ISUPK.
We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Only men, free men to die. Woo! We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Never let their brothers die. Woo! We want no cowards in our camp, in our camp. Only men, free men to die. Woo!
Nothing good happens on Halloween. Nothing. And then you know what's so sad is that you dress your kids up in it, man. You put your children in it. You throw your children right to the wolves, man. Back in the day, it used to be a time where you would have to sift out a bag to see if there was razors inside of an apple. Right. Anybody remember that? When your parents used to have to sift out the candy to see if there's anything that will harm you inside of the bag? Here's the funny thing. Instead of trying to sift out the razors and the apples, how about not celebrating Halloween to begin with so that way you don't have to do that?
That's right.
Don't put your child in harm's way of a pedophile, and maybe they won't be susceptible to one. That is our issue now. We just think it's fun and games, and it's not fun and games if you have to sift out a bag of candy for razor blades, and you have to sift out a bag of candy for drugs, and you have to sift out a bag of candy for fentanyl. That's what's destroying our people. And how do we know this? It's because in our community, drug addiction happens. Alternative lifestyle happens. These are things that come with following pagan holidays, man. Because it's very Christian. It is very of the world to celebrate that. When the Lord tells us to be separate from this place, man, we are a separate people. We can't claim to be holy if we're doing unholy things. We can't claim to be holy because holy means separate. You can't be separate if you're doing what everybody else is doing. That don't make no sense. How are you separate if you're doing the same thing everybody else is doing? That's why I hold this up. That's why this book is called the Holy Bible. It ain't no other book like it. It's separate from other books. That's why you see this right here. It's a separate book specifically for us. You don't see no holy cookbook, do you? It's like every other cookbook. However, there are recipes in here too of the things you can and cannot eat because this book is pertaining to you. These pagan holidays do not pertain to you, they pertain to society. You are not in society, you are above society. Read that again from the top.
The book of Amos, chapter 5, verse 21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. Verse 22. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings, I will not accept them. Neither I will regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts.
You're going to go ahead and have a party, you'll be at your house, y'all going to be taking shots, you're going to be cooking. The Lord ain't dealing with none of that, man. And you know what's so crazy? In all of your unholiness that day, you'll gather around in a circle to pray to God. You'll bless the food and say, thank you, Lord, for giving us this day our daily bread and yada, 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 while you're actually doing the thing that he told you not to do, which is an absolute insult to our Father, which is why we're in the condition that we're in right now. We have to get up out of that. But I know it's hard for you to not turn down candy, black man and black woman. I know that's hard because you got a little sweet tooth, right? However, we're in a hellhole. We're in a captivity. And you don't want to give up candy. You don't want to give up a piece of goddamn Salakia. You don't want to give up a piece of damn Charleston Chew. You don't want to give that up for a salvation, for a kingdom. I tell you what, we're teaching that you're supposed to give that up in order to get the kingdom. The kingdom means more to us than a piece of candy. The kingdom means more to us than painting your face like a clown. The kingdom means more to us than having women dressed up as prostitutes for the night, for your needs. And here's another funny thing about Halloween, right? This is the month of October. You're going to see a lot of movies. You're going to see a lot of movies containing a particular villain, right? They whitewash the movies. Just like then, they used to whitewash the paintings. You remember how they used to whitewash the paintings, right? The painting is a picture. Guess what a movie is? A movie is titled a motion picture. And what they do is they whitewash that too. You don't believe me? You ever seen the Ten Commandments with Charlton Heston playing Moses? Now, how is it that in this book, Moses is black, but in the movies, however, Moses is portrayed as a white man? Right. That's interesting, is it? That's very interesting. That is their culture, to whitewash everything, and they're doing it now with villains. They do it in movies. I watched last night, unfortunately, I watched Saw 10, the new Saw movie. Saw 10 contains a man who is unaliving people at an alarming rate. Did you know that in Saw 10 they paint him out to be the hero? Now, why would they paint him out to be the hero if he's the actual villain? It's because our oppressor wants you to forget about every crime that they commit. Every crime that they commit towards black, Hispanics, and Native Americans throughout the history of the time that they've been in existence, since the time that they came out of the goddamn caves, they want you to forget the crimes that they committed to us, man. They want you to forget it. They want you to forget the pain. You know why? Because it's profitable for them. The more you forget who you are, the more money they gain. Interestingly enough, they want you to remember the Holocaust, but they want you to forget slavery, man. Right. Damn the Holocaust, man.
That's right.
Damn the Holocaust, man. Right. You ain't gonna tell me to forget about no slavery, and I don't care if you feel bad about it, because you make me feel bad when you tell me that Thanksgiving is a holiday when my people were destroyed, man. Right. My people were destroyed and killed, unalived, and massacred. And you want to celebrate it by having a turkey? Well, guess what? On 9/11, I'm going to have a turkey for myself, man. Right. I'm going to have a turkey for myself on 9/11. That's what I'm going to do. Not to celebrate your demise, but to depict exactly what it is that I feel inside of my body against you, oppressor. You want to paint the image of you to be so great, even in movies. Even in movies. They had a Jeffrey Dahmer movie, and they give you a disclaimer in the middle of the movie. They go, warning, the events here are preceding these events, blah, 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 blah. This man was tortured as a child. They give you a disclaimer telling you that before you watch Jeffrey Dahmer eat another man, he was tortured as a child. He didn't have a dad. He got abused. They're painting the images of the villain into the hero. Well, what about black people? Half of us don't even have fathers. What about us? We grew up in a war zone. Damn Afghanistan, that ain't no war zone, man. You know what it's like to grow up in a society where you walk past death every day? You know what that's like, oppressor? You don't know what it's like. You don't even have litter where you're from. You don't have cans in the street where you're from. You don't have drug dealers on the corners selling you death where you're from. You don't have prostitution on your corners where you're from. Right. You don't have that. You don't know what death is. We stare death in the face every day we wake up in the morning, man. You think you having nightmares about Freddy Krueger because it's a movie, right? No, no, no. You wake up and you go work for Freddy Krueger, man. You work for him. That's why he's haunting your nightmare, because you are an oppressed people every single day of the week. Somebody hand me this sign right here, man. Give me this right here. Salakia. Let me show you Freddy Krueger right here. Here's a true new nightmare right here. Here's your Freddy Krueger right here, man. Here he is, right here. A new nightmare on Elm Street, right here. Here he is. You know why? Because this is the image that haunts our brain. It makes us do what he wants us to do. When this creature right here is the beast. This is the beast. This is a real villain right here. This is the monster, man. Right here. And we dream about this cat. And we are afraid to disobey this cat. You know why? Because we're afraid of him. I don't give a damn about him, man. I don't give a damn about that, because that ain't our king, man. Our king is black.
We want no